is a news show.
Hello and welcome to the Wednesday Philip DeFranco Show. If you are not familiar, I'm Philip DeFranco, and this show really isn't a show, but just me talking about some of the stuff that mattered in the news today, starting with another day has passed and the PlayStation Network is still down. Sony telling people yesterday, do not worry, and also the service is down indefinitely, and oh, by the way, hackers now have your information, specifically your name, address, country, email address, birth date, and dun-dun-dun-dun, your PlayStation Network login and password. So if you are one of those people that uses the same password for everything, learn you some, don't do that, and if you do, change your passwords. Preferably something that doesn't involve password, or your date of birth, or just any stupid thing you could do. I guess the silver lining to the situation is that no credit card info got out, or at least they're lying to you, which is okay. And do not stress, when I say the service is down indefinitely, it just means that Sony's no longer saying, oh, we're on 5 days of maintenance. And Sony hopes to rebuild the network and have it back up in about a week. Then again, of course, it is Sony, so how true that is, no one really knows. But we move on from not getting online into the YouTube story, which is big for YouTube. If you're a fan of YouTube, YouTube announced that they are diving even further into the video on demand service. And it's kind of on the heels of Facebook, which of course released several Warner Brothers movies, starting with most notably The Dark Knight. On Facebook, you could actually rent and watch the movie there. YouTube wants to do that too, and they think it will be a huge thing in the future, but I will speak candidly on this. I mean, of course, YouTube is the launching platform for everything I do, but at the same time, I'm super hypercritical, and what we've seen with video on demand services, whether it's just old TV shows, the selection of movies, it's kind of failed in the past several months, and it begs the question, is it the selection of movies, or is it because YouTube is not a place to consume long content? Something that YouTube definitely wants to change. I think YouTube definitely wants long-form content, including movies. But I will say, I think as of right now, the mindset of YouTube long-form, and I mean real long-form, like 60 to 90 minutes, not gonna happen. I am more than happy to be proved wrong. It's just that YouTube doesn't have the best playback if you have like several tabs open. And it feels like half the time, rather than improving the viewing experience, they're giving us a new subscription module, or a new tool that shows us what kind of shoes the YouTubers wear, or just some crazy bullshit that takes the website down like on Wednesday, and then comments don't work for like a week. Just stuff. Once again, I hope to be proved wrong, but in the end, I guess we will see soon enough. In other news, I feel like teachers are just starting to try and outdo each other. And I don't mean like their students getting A's, but when the teachers are banging the students, it's just the stories are getting crazier and crazier. For example, the story of Bethel Shepard, who's a 34-year-old school teacher, just came out, and Shepard is accused of having sex with two 17-year-old boys in the back of one of their cars. Having a threesome in the back of the car, which I thought, what car has that much legroom? That is awesome. Whatever that is. I don't know if it's like the minivan with the swivel chairs and the table. That's the only way I imagine you do that. I was more interested in the car. But it is easily one of the biggest teacher sex scandals that have come out recently. Especially since the way Bethel tried to get out of her arrest originally was she said one of the boys tried to force her to have sex while the other one watched. But essentially everyone else that saw the situation, namely that Shepard took the boys into her car, ushered them into a secluded spot. And that's just bad, because it's like teachers banging students and then falsely accusing them of rape. That just oozes. That's a terrible. Anyway, next up is a story that makes my heart melt. I have not heard something this amazing. It deserves bringing back the segment BAMF of the day, because Paul Rourke is a BAMF. Paul found a rabbit on Easter. How beautiful, an Easter bunny. The problem was the rabbit they named Joe was abandoned by its mom because it was paralyzed. And there's all this like sad video of a paralyzed bunny. And you're like, no bunny, how are you gonna eat whatever bunnies eat / have sex a lot? Because that's really all I know rabbits do. They eat and they bang. That's an awesome life. And so the big deal was with Paul's son. He like instantly connected. And because Paul's son was so connected with this bunny, he drew up these plans. Know how to, you have to look. He made him a little bunny wagon so he didn't just die. Heart melted. That's adorable. If more people cared about anything, especially the strangers that come into your life, the world would be a much better place if more people were like Paul and his son. So that is why Paul and his son get the award for BAMF of the day. Bunny rabbit. Of course, moving on to something a little more guy-friendly. It is Wednesday, it is hump day, which is why we have our hump day gallery. Don't worry, I'm not messing with you like I did last week. It is a legitimate link. Oh, that was so amusing. Anyway, and that is Jessica Jane. Wow, she definitely did not make up that name. She's a model that's big over the pond, and since about 70% of the show is American, I like to show you what those guys over there, the ones that speak English properly, have to offer. And our final and biggest story of the day, and I'm so sad that this is still this is a story, really. Obama's birth certificate. Obama literally had a press conference this morning, even though if you looked up on the internet, Obama birth certificate, the short form version has been online for 3 years, and it is a legal document. You can go to court and, you know, they're like, oh, you're you. Good to know. But because so many asshats at the right time, Yes, asshats. But because so many asshats, including Donald Trump, who just wants a ratings boost on anything he touches, have been like, where's the real long document? But Obama finally released the long version of it, and I was like, yes, finally! The stupid birthers are gonna shut their faces. No, everyone's like, Photoshop. It's Photoshop. Oh. How can you please someone that wants something, and then when you give it to them, they still want said thing? And it once again proves that beliefs are the worst thing in the world. Thoughts and opinions are one thing. You think something, it's open to change. But these people are so hard in their beliefs that they think the document is fake. It blows my mind. And when I posted this morning with the picture, I was shocked at how many people actually think it's not real. And I know they're gonna come out, because the crazies, at least in the comments, always outnumber the army of common sense. They do. And it's because they are more passionate for the cause. And I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna try and explain. If you want to be openly ignorant, that is actually the nicest way I can say it without calling you a name. If you want to be openly ignorant, actively ignorant, then do it. Because if you believe this, you're not gonna vote for Obama. I know that Obama released this because he wants everyone to stop talking about it and actually focus on, I don't know, issues. And I don't even think Obama's like this great president. I think he's fucked up in a lot of places. But it's amazing that this is still an issue. 3 years in. Man, it's like ignorance is more easy to catch than the flu. Anyway. But guys, that's really it for today. Check out any of the stories I talked about in today's show, or the new vlog that I posted today as well. Links down below in the description, along with buy links for posters, blah blah blah. And of course, it is a Wednesday show, which means we must give something away. Not contractually, but always to give a little something back. And something I always see people comment about isn't necessarily always my posters, but the one specific poster in the background, I don't know if you can see it, I'll take a picture if you can. The Love with Guns. I love that poster. If you are the winner of today's giveaway, I will send you that poster with the frame and everything. Of course, to win said awesome poster thing. The first, of course, is to be subscribed to this channel. You just click that button, join the nation. It's free, mo freaker. And second, leave a comment on this video about pretty much anything. Most people do it about our question of the day, which today is, what do you think is going to be the biggest thing on YouTube in the future? Channels like myself, celebrities, or possibly long-form content from TV and movies? That is such a good question, Philip DeFranco, that people should leave comments in the comment area below, but also make some video responses. I love video responses, especially when you're naked in them. Those are fantastic. Anyway, that's really everything for today's Philip DeFranco show. As always, I'm Philip DeFranco, and you've just been filled in, and I will see you Friday. Hey, what's up? I'm an idiot. How you doing? Got a haircut, for better or worse. I don't look like a hippie. There's less to grab. It's good in a fight. Not so good for sex. What else? Someone sent me some YouTube messages that I could make some money online. I was like, oh, thank God.